we're just receiving a bit of information there, obviously, in regards to that. But Jake's actually just made a tweet there saying they've seen them play that map. They know what they do, and with those streaks, it was over. And I think he knew that. And maybe it was more of a if you do lose, you go down, your momentum. They think, right, fresh start, let's go. They've won the last two respawns, I believe it was.
There you go. Actually, the tweet actually appearing on the screen now. It is exactly what they said. They literally just watched us play this map. No chance. LOL.
Right. So Epsilon actually just watched them play that against Orbit. That was right. I understand now. So they know what they did, and they counted it very, very well. So well done to Epsilon.
There we go, and they kind of went, fresh start. Let's go on to the next one here. So it is capture the flag, and we're jumping on board with Jake first of all.
And Tommy's, is that a sniper that Tommy's using there? It is. Tommy's actually just gone down. He's running a sniper with his Scorpion laser overkill. And this could be Tommy's game to go absolutely off. Swanee answering back with a quick kill there, and Vintage counteracting that. And it looks like here, Infused, I have got the upper hand and putting a bit of pressure here on the good side.
They certainly are now. Trying to make a few plays here. Unfortunately, all of Epsilon are now up, so they have to get a few kills before they can move into this and try and make a pull out. Jake picks up one. Jerd, answers back in kind. Trading, and there we go. Tommy's now going to go. Can he get the second one? He can! And Tommy's on a 4 streak as well, but forced to back off because he does not have the numbers to be confident enough to go and get that flag.
And if you need any confident player, it's Tommy. I think Tommy actually made a really smart play there. He wasn't going to get that flag out, but he's looking to, capture the flag is such a streak map. If you get a Hellstorm, you get a lightning strike, it's a lifeline, and that's what they need, especially with only a minute gone into the game. Tommy is on for this, and you can see he's just playing very precautiously.
Certainly are. And we could be seeing pick up a kill. Can he move the right way? Doesn't manage to get it. Moves just a split second too quickly. And now Epsilon trying to get some map control in the middle there. Vintage, great pick by him on board with Mad Cat as we switch. Does manage to pick up Vintage back in kind, and now they're trying to make a play. Doesn't get that one though, and Infused answer back. And look at that sneaky beaver.
We've seen it. Jake's actually pulled this. He's on his own here, but he can make some big plays with 200 points a kill. This could be huge. Unfortunately for Jake, Josh takes him out.
Oh, giving try by Josh. He has to got two.
Jerd takes him out. Josh answers back with a 2-piece on a 4-kill streak here.
And he's a little bit nervous. He doesn't want to get that flag. There is people watching him. Does pick it up now, though. Teammate goes down, though, Mad Cat. And Mad Cat does get the return as well.
This is
all kicking off there in the middle. Jake is there at the same time. He does get that kill as well. One person defending the flag. It is Mad Cat. He's got to get back. That flag is away by Jake. Now they need to get these cut-offs.
The one thing I liked about that play there by Jake, Jake actually saw the player go back to the fountain, and he thought, you know what, I'm taking this and running. And I think he's made a great play there. He's just took a few bullets, and it looks like he's been chased there, and Mad Cat getting a great shot. Swanee answering back against Tommy, and I think it's just Mad Cat left on the right-hand side. He's going to be taken out.
Vintage is the last one alive, and he's desperately trying to deflect this. The flag is still so deep, but Shane is there as well. They're trying to get it, and they get around the corner, but Josh gets taken out, and kills going down everywhere. Josh is the only one alive. He has to do something at the moment, doesn't. And now Epsilon are going to push hard into this Infused team spawn.
I'm not sure who it was. It was literally an all-out brawl there, but the flag did get returned. That was really well played by Epsilon. Madcap being very, very aggressive. I like the way he's playing with this AN-94, and he does the same a lot. Just on slums, he uses that weapon. He does use it on a few other maps, but every time you see him playing this capture the flag, he's very aggressive. He just pre-aims the whole way around the
Jake
the
knew
map.
to make that kill, and he didn't. And it's going to leave it all up to Tommy to try and deflect this pressure. They are in spawn trap. Tommy picks up 2, putting off the kills he needs. Almost get the 3rd, but Madcat is now away. But there are no cut-offs and no support for the man as he tries to run it home.
I'm not sure whether actually Swanee got streaks there, but he was on a 7 kill. That is a huge play from Madcat. Madcat's going to be running this through blue with the full support of his team, and I don't think Infused are going to be able to stop this at all.
No, me either. Tommy tries to make it. Can't. Josh also
with a
trying
flag,
to get up.
however.
He is. He's trying they're trying to wonder if a player slipped the net, but he...
I think you can see someone setting up for the relay.
And yes, he actually is.
Yeah, he was setting up for the relay. That was Shane playing a bit sneaky there, but unfortunately that didn't play off. But they are 1-0 in the lead here, and Epsilon, coming out strong. Once again, they've just won the Search and Destroy 6-0, and they're taking the CTF by storm.
They certainly are, and that is a big play from Epsilon there. That is what they needed to keep in this map. Kevin looked quick at the scoreboard. Swanee doing serious work. So is Madcat. Look at them scores, 15-7, 10-3. Epsilon are outslaying and outplaying this Infused team right now.
Yeah, as you saw there, they're all playing as a team, but it's just coming out one way at the moment, and that is Epsilon. Infused are coming back and answering back and trying to put as much pressure on this garage as he's had. But the one thing that I would say is Infused are on the better, or the so-called better side at the moment, and they are actually a flag down now. Epsilon, sorry, Infused are on the harder side, I do apologise.
And there you go, trying to get this push again. I mean, it's got to be gutting for Infused. I mean, the amount of kills that were made in a 10-foot area to get that flag back, an extra 10 feet, and then not get it home is kind of depressing. But there we go, Jake now needs to make this kill. He has support of a teammate. His teammate is actually backing him. He needs to make this. Goes around the corner, and it does actually drop. Josh is in an area, but he is going to be out.
He's stunned left, right, and centre. It looks like he's trying to do as much as he can. He takes out one player, but I don't know whether that's going to be enough.
Tommy doesn't get it. He's going to get turned on. He does! Mad Catz shut him down.
One of the things that I always say when you shoot at a player and you go around that corner, the chance of them jumping back or going round, it always ends up one way. And when they're jumping back, it's so easy just to kill them. But that was great play by Mad Catz, and Epsilon are going into this 1-0. I actually was confused on the sides there. One flag on the good side. Is it going to be enough?
I don't know. I don't think we've seen the end of flag captures in this CTF, to be honest with you. Both teams being very aggressive. For me, Infused actually have been the better team in this half of Call of Duty. They actually have been just pushing Epsilon back and back. And if it wasn't for that counter cap by Epsilon when Infused tried to get that flag home, then I think it would have got a very different story.
It could be. And as you say, flags were for pool left, right, and centre there. And a lot of returns were made and a lot of clutch plays. Tommy, he's put that sniper away now. He's running pure SMG. He's going to be very aggressive. You can see him. But as you can see, Swanee with the streaks. He was on a 7-kill streak previously, and that is so important for his team. Not only in the lead, but he's got a streak.
Vintage holding it down, chooses to try and pistol whip, doesn't manage to get it, and as Infused, re-rotate back to their flag, and they just need to get a bit back control. Tommy, that's great hip fire coming around the corner. Can he get the second one as well? Tommy doing serious work, putting that kill down as well, and you can see the little flick of the control there. So happy with himself.
Sometimes I don't even know what to say when I'm watching Tommy play. Again, that was a position where I thought, maybe he'd just reload his gun or just hide and wait for a teammate. But no, he was taking them all on himself, and he's so confident in what he does.
He really is. And then we go still on board. Who would you jump on board with now at the moment? Because, kills are just being traded back and forth.
It looks like Infused are on the push here. Josh is making a good push through the bottom middle. I think one player there is just surviving as best as he can. It might be Shane here.
And now they're going to try and push forward. He's got to try and sneak out of this one. Tommy backing him up, and he has managed to just slip the net. It should be his way. If Infused can get the cutoffs here, they should be able to even this up. However, we do know lightning strikes are inbound. Mad Catz has them. Swanee has them. And now that is a great lightning strike from them as that flag goes back home, shut down Infused. And
that shows the importance of score streaks completely, because if those score streaks weren't implemented, that was a guaranteed flag capture and a way back into this game. But Epsilon, they're playing perfectly really as a team. As you see Infused, as he trying to answer back, Jake's putting as much pressure as he can do, but Epsilon, once again, Andrew back, and they're actually pulling the flag for the second time here.
There are no streaks on the Infused lineup to stop this one, though, and Shane should really have it unless something goes drastically wrong. I don't think there are a lot of cut-offs in play here, and that should pretty much be flag home.
Yeah, Shane's taken that very direct route to the flag. He didn't really go around, he wasn't, cautious at all. He was just going straight for the flag, and he was confident in his team to pick up those kills, which they did.
Yeah, Tommy JT picking up, actually, unfortunately, picking up his own teammate. And Infused have a seriously long way back into this game at the moment. And they are trying to put the pressure on here, but they're just not able to get Epsilon down enough that they can pull this flag away.
It's so hard to see with Infused. You can see them putting so much pressure and trying their best to just pin them back and get a flag capture. And it's just kill after kill. And unfortunately, whether it's Swanee, whether it's Mad Catz, coming up clutch and getting those really important kills. Once again, even Vintage of all players is running SMG, trying to pull those flags.
He is, and look at Infused. They're just being so aggressive here at the moment. Putting the flag down, doesn't manage to get Swanee. Jake getting the kill, and well, and that flag should now be away, but I'm sure score streaks are still in play.
Yep.
And there we go, incoming Hellstorm. Trying to hide. I don't think it's going to be enough. He does take down Vintage, but the cut-offs are not really there. Jake looks like he's going to die for it. He does. And unfortunately, they just can't do anything with that amount of power in the air.
That's it. And as Josh has picked this. He's trying to put nades and smoke and protect himself as much as possible. There is one player behind him. I think he stuck the net. He's
what a run!
Wow, that is really well played. Epsilon answering back, and I believe that is 4 down. I don't know if he killed his own team there. Yeah, it was Swanee taking out Shane. Now this is all up to Vintage, really. The flag's been ran the other side, I've just noticed.
Wow, he's actually running into the enemy team spawn.
Vintage
Josh turns around.
Completely caught off guard there.
Certainly was, and they're trying to make a gap for him, his teammates. Can he get this one? Can he get this thing? He does manage to get the return as well. Infused have a lifeline now. I think there are a few. Is there any score streaks in play?
I think they were all used up on the last one.
Burned.
This is a way back into this game. Infused really need to get this flag in, and they are going to do that. Epsilon are resetting up, and this is a game we have on our hands here.
My goodness. We have a game on right now, as though we knew it was going to be close, Momo, and it looks like it's going to go right down to the wire, as these teams have now drawn once again. you cannot put a piece of paper even between the talent in these two teams.
As you can see, the funny thing that you've seen there, as soon as they've tied this up, there's been a split in the teams. No one wants to make that first push. Shane's has picked up a huge two-piece here. Josh answering back, but Josh is trying to defend his flag. He gets taken out. Jake answers back and two with the kills here, and Infused having to retreat here, unfortunately, for the flag. But Epsilon have got all map control in the middle middle hill. Sorry.
They certainly do. Now, what can Infused do? And you know what? You are right here. Look at this stalemate here. We usually see this about mid-game, usually on capture the flag, but both teams have gone.
No one wants to make
hold
the
on a
first
minute.
push.
Infused know they've done a lot of work to get out of it, and Epsilon are probably a little bit worried that they've given away so much as they make big kills, but this is going to be the push. They can just about do this.
This is something, if you just need to pull that flag away, they can do this.
They can, it does get shut down, they're going to get the kills out.
No,
can he run that in time?
I actually think they can do this.
They can run this, and he just seems to, is he getting his own cuts?
Jake has completely fooled, I think it was Josh.
Oh, no!
That is so important. I don't think Jake would have been able to do it, but that was such an important kill there made by Jerd, I believe it was.
And can you believe it? Jake managed to run the right way, in fairness. Just managed to get picked up. I think you're right. That might have just been a little bit of a leg too far for them.
6 seconds they had, and I think it was a little bit too far, but it was something that was not guaranteed, and that was so important kill by Jerd.
These two teams are giving us the closest game of Call of Duty for the end of the Call of Duty season here, realistically, in Europe. We have one more big tournament to come. That is in an international in Paris next week. But at the moment, concentrating on this is the grand final here at the Mad Catz Winter Championship in London. We are in Covent Garden in the Trocadero. And what a setting for this big showdown.
What a game we have on our hands. Every single map has been close by the Search and Destroy, and I think this is literally... I love the overtime capture of the flags, because it either goes all one way, and you have to be aggressive, you have to make those risks. And, it looks like Infused are making a first push. Epsilon are pinned back in the spot. One person is right at the back. I knew that would be Madcat. Madcat, he's a smart player. Sometimes you have to retreat and go to those positions. But we have got one sneaky player here, and that was Josh, unfortunately getting taken out by Jerd here.
Now, interestingly enough, I do think Epsilon are slightly better at the overtime thing. I just see them always pulling these ridiculously fast flags out. And if I remember correctly, the last time was the most memorable overtime for me was definitely when Shane and Swanee were on the same team in the final against TCM at an I-Series. Remember the Swanee 3-piece to get the flag back with 1 second to spare.
Wow. Was
it
like a 38-second? Oh, right. No, I was thinking of the recent one, which was... Ashley at G-Finney when it was 38 seconds and they caught one back in, I think, 37. It was ridiculous. Was it on lockdown when he pistoled him?
Yes, I think it was.
Oh, phenomenal. You remember those points, and that's the good things about capture the flags and search and destroys and stuff like that. Because it's so important just to make the certain kills, you remember those plays. But jumping back on board with the game here, Vintage actually playing really well defensively for his team, but Madcat is getting this map control, the very, very important map control with a 5-kill streak too.
He is, and he's playing for streaks right now. He's got to, because he knows over time, if I can get a streak, that can be the deciding factor in this one. I'm having a quick look at the scoreboard while it's all slowing down a bit.
It's funny actually from going to playing to casting, you don't notice the score sheets and the kills and who's doing well. But when you press back there, Madcat 31 and 12, Swanee 32 and 25. They're the two ARs for Epsilon doing their job perfectly. Unfortunately, Jerd and Shane not having the best of games.
Which is unusual for them two players. I mean, everybody's likely to go big, but if the game this tight, somebody has to be the loser. And there we go. It does seem like Madcat still playing very passively here. Infused getting the...
Madcat really needs to make this next couple of kills, to secure himself there. His mates one in, he gets the Hellstorm missile. Can he make the second? Epsilon actually taking 3 of Infused down. This is where Epsilon push the flag. They're going to get a complete map control. They need to make another wave of kills, and this is, this could be the end for Infused.
Yeah, they need to deflect this pressure. They just need to keep them at bay and make sure nothing goes wrong. Jake's trying to push through as well. And Infused trying to make sure that nothing happens from this one. And doesn't manage to get the turn on Shane. Shane dies as well, though. And now it does mean Infused can try and push out a little bit, give themselves a tiny bit of breathing room for this one.
Infused actually played that really well on the defense. They went back to flag. They rotated well. And they worked well as a team there. I'm not actually sure whether Madcat actually got his lightning strike. But we're on board with Vintage now. He's making great plays. He's holding his, holding his own. I believe it's his Epsilon on the better side here. So Infused technically, maybe just playing for the draw.
Maybe so. You did say earlier on about is it going to be the deciding factor, and it did look like it was. I mean, Infused managed to pull the flags on the better side. Now, Josh managed to get that kill as well, and it's literally going to come down so close. Somebody's just going to make a big play. Josh is making it now. Infused going to stream forward. Please bear in mind there is a Hellstorm in play for the side of Epsilon as well, though. So even if they pull it, they still have to dodge that big rocket from the sky.
Exactly, and that, you know, we've seen recently, you know, Rocket's been shot out the sky whilst running flags, and this is something that I expect from a game like this. Infused versus Epsilon, EGL11 final here. You know, I couldn't call it myself. It's gone down to 4-4, but this is a huge map. This takes you to 5-4. This gives you, you know, that extra little bit boost, and you'll be one map off winning. But I really couldn't call it right now.
Oh, he's trying to get this kill in the corner. He knows he's in there. Doesn't manage to get it, though. Infused pushing hard for this one. Tommy's going forward. Vintage currently on a 4 streak as well. It looks like he wants his own score streaks.
Yeah, you could see here, I think Vintage, I think Vintage is accepted, and the Infused team as a whole have accepted. Maybe just make as much time possible for them to capitalise on the next side. You know, if they get 5 minutes to capture one flag on the good side, I reckon that's what they're playing for. As well as the streaks, Vintage is doing very well, but Epsilon do have that Hellstorm as well.
I think both teams are kind of given up, trying to get to the flag now. 43 seconds left, and nobody making a massive push, to be fair. Epsilon now starting to move forward and get map control, but they need to make these kills and get down. They have done. Vintage, Monsters back in kind, though. Not enough numbers up, really, for Epsilon to make this push, unless they do something, you know, awe-inspiring.
Yeah. Now, as you can see here, Vintage is on a 7-kill streak. I do believe he's got his streaks now. This is a really important kill. Not as important as I did think, because he's already acquired his lightning strike going into the next side. So that's streaks for both teams. This is going to be one game on our hands here. I really couldn't call this. There's 5 minutes left of the game. 5
minutes left, and these teams are tied. I mean, they're tied in the series score as well. So it's 4-4 in the series. They got 2 flags apiece in this capture the flag, and now we're going to go into the second half of overtime stopwatch, and it is going to be the first flag home. We'll take this capture of the flag and the lead in the grand final and the potential championship point.
Yeah. I really don't know what to say here. I mean, the score streaks on both sides. I think it's going to be those initial plays. We could see a long, brawled out half, or this could be over in, you know, 20, 30 seconds.
Well, soon going to see. I mean, you can't even make a call in this kind of game because both teams are pulling out all of the stops. And here we go, on board with Josh now. The last 5 minutes of this capture of the flag, and it goes to 0-0, and we'll have to replay the map.
Yep, and Jude makes the first kill. He gets first blood on that with the car bomb. Vintage answering back with a nice 2-piece here. Josh has the opportunity to take this, and Shane is surviving somehow in blue with the back up, but Shane goes down. Tommy, really great support there from Tommy and Josh. That is incredible.
He does have it, and Vintage is suddenly calling the Hellstorm. Trying to clear that through his teammates, and they are going to get it cleared. Josh needs to make the kill. Can he make it? Doesn't actually, unfortunately, make it. He's got a teammate there. Also goes down. Vintage is on a 10 streak at the moment. Wow. Shane getting the 2-piece. And now they are going to have to try and hold this off. Jake making a kill. Vintage also trying to push forward for his team. What can he do? Taking down Shane as well. And now this could be an opportunity again for them to push in.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he has those streaks in his back pocket. Whether he uses them is, you know, a very, very difficult choice at the moment. There's only 4 minutes. They have the better spawn. They're all, you know, they've got map control, and this is something. Wow, Swanee answering back to Vintage there and shutting him down whilst on his 11th streak.
It certainly is. Now going to go on board with Shane. Let's see what this man can do. If anybody's going to run a flag, I'm counting on Shane and do some serious bamboozling flag runs. I saw one earlier in the day, which is just incredible that he did.
Standard procedure from Shane.
Standard procedure from Shane. The ability to think with the flag like he does and still make kills always has baffled me. How does he concentrate on so many things at once? But here we go. I think Vintage is not going to use that lightning strike for anything else than defense.
I think using the Hellstorm was almost a bit of a risk, but one that could have, you know, potentially been the winner for this game. I think he needs to use that lightning strike very wisely, but he's in no position to use it at the moment. Infused are a little bit pushed back, even though they're on the better side. Epsilon have full map control, and it looks like Epsilon are trying to make this push. Yeah,
it has slowed down a little bit here. Epsilon know they need a few picks to try and get in and get the numbers in that area. As Josh picks up 2. Tommy answers back in kind, and now it's Infused streaming forward to try and get this flag.
Yeah, Infused are putting a really high pressure on this right-hand side. One thing that we've not seen is any spawn traps. Usually see them on the police car, you know, spawn trapping on the left-hand side. And I think it's because both teams are at such a caliber where they know when to rotate back, they know when to push out, and they're just trading kills left, right, and centre here. You can see here Swanee coming into backup Jerd, you know, this kind of baiting and switching, obviously, play that has come into practice now in Call of Duty. We're working as a team or a bit of a duo in the gun battles. Is, you know, it's changed it completely.
Oh, Vintage getting the 2-piece there, and both teams have really liked this. It's kind of a stalled gameplay.
Yep.
Neither team able to fully commit and get them kills down that they need to pull the flag away. Both teams fully up now, and Infused has to do another set of kills to try and get in there, and Epsilon have to, if they can get the kills, they can move out.
Yeah, I think he's going to use his lightning strike. This could be make or break for Infused.
This could be massive for this team. Unfortunately, doesn't really have the numbers in this area. Only gets 1 kill. Really, that was a huge risk. Not use it as effectively, but Tommy managed to pick up 2.
Tommy's pulled the
Flag
flag.
is
Vintage is on. This is it.
Oh.
I do believe Mad Cat has a score streak in his back pocket, but I think this is game over for Epsilon on this map. The score streaks are coming into play.
He's dodged it. He has dodged
managed
it.
to dodge that. He's going to jump that in 2
Tommy.
seconds, and they've won it. Huge cheers from the Infused lineup there. And that flag run from Tommy, not only pulling it, dodging the kill streaks.
And Jake called that straight in. He's like, I've got to call this in straight away to make sure I can actually get it in.
Yeah.
And he does manage to pick up 2 as well. Tommy does the Hellstorm from the other side. And oh my goodness, Infused take the lead 5-4 here. Championship map could potentially be theirs next round. 3 minutes 13. There are the final kills. Josh going 39 and 38, 41 to 36 for Jake. And you know what? It was very even the whole way through that by the look of it.
It was. And, you know, for a Catch the Flag to go over time, you know, I wouldn't say it's rare, but it's something that, you know, doesn't always happen. For it to be that close in the overtime is something that you don't usually see. But, you know, one thing I did say just before that, there was no spawn kill until that very, very end where Vintage got onto that police car. He got him locked down, and Tommy made a great play on the flag and pulled that away. But again, you know, Tommy, just such a clutch player and such a good pickup for the Infused lineup.
Well, people ask why we have continuations in Call of Duty and double elimination tournaments, and this is the exact reason why. If Infused hadn't got a continuation, this would be 3-1 to them at the moment.
That's right.
But at the moment it is currently 5-4, and that means we're going to have at least one more map to play, and it will be Raid Hardpoint. And this is really going to kick off.
Yeah. Now, Hardpoint can go either way. It's a very momentum type of game. I personally would love to see Epsilon win this and it go to a Search and Destroy. You know that I love ending on a Search and Destroy. I can't call it. Infused have been so strong in this this continuation series. I called for Epsilon to maybe win it at the start. Maybe I'm kind of swerving towards Infused, I feel myself thinking at the moment. But
I don't even want to call this, right? Because as far as I can tell now, if Infused take this, obviously they win. But if Epsilon take this, then the Search and Destroy is next, and Infused didn't turn up last Search and Destroy.
Yeah.
They didn't turn up the 2 Search and Destroys in the previous series. So Infused, this is basically for me, this is championship point.
Yeah.
It has to be.
Epsilon are so strong at Search and Destroy, and to even go into the Search and Destroy with just losing the map to Epsilon, this is obviously if Epsilon to win. With that mentality, they need to win this game. Infused, they need to finish it. They need to end it here. But Hardpoint again.
It's so close to. I mean, how close have these 2 teams been the entire way through the series? I mean, even in the series previous to this, it was on a knife edge the entire way through. So basically, everything to play for. All the players on their phones at the moment. Will you concentrate on what you're doing and actually try and get this game going on? And you know what? They're probably just tweeting out, just checking all the tweets coming in because they know that it's an incredibly tense series.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes the players do like to tweet out, so you can always go give them a follow on Twitter. But we